Sabaidi, Sawati, excuse the dirty fingers, been playing gongs. Oh, what a beautiful spot I found. These are, believe it or not, part of the 4,000 islands. Each individual lump of grass, basically, or whatever vegetation it is grass, I think, mostly. And not the type you can smoke. Yeah, that's an island. Probably won't have a name, that's why they say there's 4,000 islands. But each lump of sand protruding out of the Mekong River, which obviously that won't necessarily be sticking out of the river all year round. During the rainy season that might all be completely submerged and then returns again in the dry season, which is what it is right now. It's dry season, so the water level's right down. Excuse me. And yeah, you can see from behind me there in the temple. Oh, it's quite nice. I mean, there's lots of obviously temples along the Mekong River. Mekong. Lots and lots and lots. Probably hundreds. We didn't count them all up. But I'm actually going to one of Laos's, or certainly people who around the Paksay region go to. But you'll have to follow me and subscribe if you want to catch that one, because that's coming later. I just thought I'll do a little fill in, because it's nice to find these little hidden treasures that tourists generally won't come to, but you can come here and you know, and literally just sit, relax, meditate, and whatever like stresses or worries that you've got going on in your life. And maybe you're in Paksay, I don't know, say for example you've lost your bank card or your passport, or you've just broken up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, or just going through it and just need a bit of space and to be left alone kind of thing, because there's a lot of temples, especially obviously the more popular ones, that you're not going to be able to get that, because there's just going to be too many people around. There's going to be people maybe trying to sell you stuff, offer you taxis, and obviously you've also got the problem is that children will come begging. Well, some adults too. Just that's the children, the adults. Look at this lovely monk's home. Just two tiny little rooms, and then there's all this open space. Lucky sausage. Hey, what a lucky monk to have such beautiful views and a beautiful home. So that's the sort of home I would like. Something exactly like that. Nothing flash, just a wooden place. Well, this chap is not going to be very happy with me, but never mind. I'm sure he'll get over it. He doesn't like the gong. Oh, he's not asleep anyway, so never mind. I'm sure he won't mind me playing the gong anyway. I'm going to get my gong on. You can play the drum for me. I'm going to do the gong. Okay? Okay, mate. This shows to me. You play the gong. Ooh, it's a little bit rickety. Oh, this one's seen better days as well. Like, never mind. We can get the gong on still. I'm sure this chappy just chilling. He ain't gonna mind. Ah, yeah, mate. Yeah, you gonna join me? You gonna do the drum? I'm invading, I think, a homeless man's space. Wake it up and note your presence. This hammer's a bit weird. I don't know why the hammer's like that. Obviously, you've got to be careful where you rub it, because it's got a big dent and it's sharp. Be easier from underneath. actually making it more bassy. Sounds better because it's on a wooden floor as well. Well, not sounds better, you feel it. You feel the vibration. That will do, Mr. McGee. Oh. Let's give the homeless guy his space back. Rather cheekily moved his blanket and everything. So, bad, mate. Ron Mac, mate. Ron Mac. Oh, papaya. Chopping up some food. Yeah, these are technically part of the 4,000 Islands, even though we're still a long way off from Don, which is where people talk. When people talk about the 4,000 Islands, normally they're referring to Don or Don Kong. That's kind of where people are heading towards when they're talking about the 4,000 Islands. But each of those sandbanks basically is what they're referring to as the 4,000 Islands, but not clearly. They haven't all got 4,000 names. Put my shoes back on. There's one little bit more to explore, but I think that's pretty much it here. So, well, technically came in, obviously, to get my gong on, but also to let my motorbike cool down. And then, as you can see, I'm wearing all black today, which absorbs the heat, so I'm baking hot. So it's nice to come in the shade. And obviously show you a temple that I'd say ordinarily doesn't have any Westerners come to it, or Farang as we're known. I mean, just look at it, you know. If this was a bar or a restaurant or a resort, you're talking megabucks, you know, and this is a temple. It's got to be one of the most scenic temples in the whole of Laos. Just have to put up with people chopping. Yeah, that's an island technically. That's another island technically. Whether or not they have to be over a certain size, I don't think they concern themselves too much with that aspect of things. Obviously 4,000 sounds better than 2,000 and 3,000. Unless this is part of the temple. Well, these are meeting rooms. I think they're meeting rooms. Yeah, tell by the decoration it's not. Yeah, they're like meeting rooms or office or something along those lines. Yeah, the old bike's parked up in the shade. Oh. They have gongs, I don't know if that's the name of the temple. The temple doesn't actually appear on Google Maps, but the Google Maps thing, you know, their van or motorbike or whatever truck they use that goes around, hasn't been in Laos, I think, for 6 years. So obviously a hell of a lot's changed in 6 years since the Google van, motorbike, people, person thing came through here. So yeah, don't rely on Google Maps. And unfortunately, that's the problem with here. I think this temple is probably very new. I mean, that base there doesn't look like it's been had much weathering done to it. This one has got a little bit of weathering down the bottom to the very base, not too bad. Yeah, and like I said when I was filming it earlier, I accidentally stopped recording, so this is gonna have to be one of two videos. The paintings and murals inside, they're all looking fresh. I know they're in the shade and all that, but yeah, I think this whole temple complex itself, I think, is probably within the last 6 years, something like that, which is why it's not appearing on Google Maps. So I'm really gonna have to there was a monk over here when I first arrived, but he doesn't seem to be here now. I can just say chut rai wat or vat, because Laos, it's more of a V sound from what I can gather, whereas in Thailand it's a W sound. We'll see. Wat and vat, same thing but different. I can't see him anyway. I don't know where he is. I'm not going to go knocking on his door. There we go. Just a little added bonus, little temple for you along the way. And I'm going to stop recording now because obviously I don't want to run my battery down, and then when I get to where my intended location is, to be out of a battery, because then that'll really cheese me off. So anyway, say goodbye to this lovely Mekong 4000 Island temple. That's what I'll nickname it, the 4000 Island temple. Although there's other temples that are on the mountain looking down on the Mekong, so you get a higher elevation. I'll call them 4000 Island temples too. They can't all be the 4000 Island temples, but this one definitely is, because it's you know, it's 100% gonna have these amazing views. You know, no matter what the cloud condition is, you're always going to see the islands because they're right on your doorstep. Whereas in the mountain, if it's overcast or can't see down, then it's not really such a good view. Anyway, I'm waffling at this point. TTFN, like, follow and subscribe or not.